You guys won't believe that I almost forgot. This is 9 o'clock, or well, 9:01. The whole hour of 8 and whatnot, I did absolutely nothing. Oh, no. I was actually watching something, Very Dark Man interviewed the driver that drove Mohbad and his wife to the last show they went to, the night before he died, allegedly. The alleged night before he died, because they said he died on a certain date, which was, they said, 7th, and this was the night of the 6th, and they claim he died on the 6th. Or the theory Very Dark Man is pushing is that he died on the 6th and not the 7th morning that they were saying. And I'm just going to give you guys what I saw. I know all of you saw it, or most of you might have. But for those who do not watch that stuff or follow that stuff and you follow Good Living, this is for you. So the driver said, he drove them to the show. That Mohbad's friend, Prime Boy, Mohbad's wife, then Mohbad, and then 2 other people, helps. One of them held the kid at the back seat of the Prado, while Mohbad was in the middle behind the driver, and then there was someone else that was in front with them. It's like Mohbad's manager or boy or whatever. And there was some kind of argument that night after the show, something about him giving people money to share. I think he gave, honestly I don't quite understand. He gave Prime Boy money to share. Let me try doing that cadence thing. He gave Prime Boy money to share for the soldiers, police, Agboro them at the show. Not Agboro, I hear them at the show. And it was even Wumi that transferred the money, 71k, for the driver, and they used his ATM to withdraw the money, and they used to pay and settle those people. But it turns out somebody was supposed to share the money to those people, either Prime Boy or that guy that sat in front of the Prado with the driver. But the person who did that thing was supposed to share 10,000 each for these 7 or 5 groups of people. And instead of this person to share 7,000 each for these groups of people, he was sharing, instead of to share 10,000 each, he was sharing 5,000 each. And it was causing problem. When Mohbad found out about it, he was trying to fight, right? He was trying to fight somebody, the person. But I think he also punched that Prime Boy. You know that his friend Prime Boy that they arrested that time as prime suspect. Prime suspect. So yeah, he assaulted that guy in the car. But according to the driver, Prime Boy did not retaliate even one bit. He ducked, he just covered his head and took the beating from Mohbad. And then something else that caught my attention was that he said Mohbad's wife was very abusive to him. They were fighting about something, they were quarreling over something. And he does not understand Yoruba very well, so he actually does not know what they were fighting about, even if he understood some Yoruba from the other stuff that he was gisting Very Dark Man. And then it turns out they got home. But before they got home, there's a fight between Mohbad and his wife continued. And he made sure to point out that the way that fight was going, the things she was saying to him, if it was him, no, he won't be able to take it. Maybe it's because he has anger issues or whatnot. But I understand what he was saying. There are things that the woman would say, very spiteful things that, would be so degrading to you. So he's that kind of thing he's talking about. And she was saying things like he borrowed money from her mom, he likes pussy too much, he gives head, this and that. And just saying a lot of embarrassing things. Anyway, they finished and they got home very late, say 1 a.m. And then he got down from the car and she refused to get down, that she's not going anywhere, she's not entering that house. In fact, they should take her to a hotel. And the driver was trying to calm her down. I was like, this guy, he's slightly intoxicated. He mentioned that Mohbad after the show was slightly intoxicated. And this guy's slightly intoxicated. Don't aggravate him further. Do what you do to try and calm him down instead. He said he tried to talk to Mohbad as well, that woman believes, just follow her, whatever. None of them listen to him still. And whatever happened, the woman eventually went down and went up into the house. When they were fighting at that show, Mohbad was so erratic that he punched the window of the car and he broke one of the windows of the car, the passenger side. The car owner side, but it's not that side, the other side, the side directly behind the driver, the window there. He punched that window and broke it. So the driver did not leave the house. But he saw Mohbad and his wife, and everybody else dropped down from the car and enter inside the house. But he didn't leave because, now they have spoiled his window. Now, they said later in the night, around like 3 a.m., right? 3 a.m., he was sleeping in the car, but somebody came and knocked the car aggressively, waking him up, telling him that Mohbad is bleeding, please, they need to get to the hospital or go and get drugs or something like that. And he did not open. He refused, that he can't go, he doesn't have fuel. Because he thought it was a trick to try and get him away from the house because they didn't want to pay for the glass that he had shattered. But turns out it wasn't, because they now went to go and use one of Mohbad's cars that was not working, a CRV, and they struggled with it to go and then come back. And he mentioned that a few people, boys, went with the CRV. He didn't see Mohbad inside the car, but those people were the ones that went and said they were going to get medicine or healthcare, for him. And they went and they came back. And then in the morning, he woke up early and tried to knock on the house, but nobody was coming out. He couldn't get access to the house. Nobody was answering him all day until close to noon. So we are talking around 12 p.m., close to 12 p.m., 11, 12 p.m. That was when Mohbad's wife came out to try and use one POS outside. And she saw him, and he mentioned that she was shocked to see him. And she asked, "I see," and he explained, this is what happened. You broke my window, so we just, fix that. And then she said, "Okay, let me go and talk to Mohbad and get back to you." And even when she went in, she didn't come out for hours or over an hour. I'm going to stop there because I don't think I can remember much again. But anyhow, he said that's how they went and they cleared the thing. She came to the August side and they cleared the thing. And so later they now told him, Mohbad has died, and he was shocked. But aside that, right, this means that his time of death was between when they actually publicly announced it and when he dropped them around 1 p.m. Maybe 1 a.m. that night. And the only people that had access to him is his wife and any other person that was in that house, like those boys that he said he saw. And they had conflict. Like if this was an American film you were watching and somebody dies and they start interviewing people and it turns out the woman was in a deep quarrel and conflict with the man that she clearly does not respect because of the way she was talking to him by eyewitness accounts, then clearly the woman is a prime suspect. I don't mean to take side. I'm not taking sides, but I'm saying by the facts that I've heard from these people that have spoken as per eyewitness, that's what it looks like, She's going to look like the prime suspect, and she's never ever been, seen as the prime suspect, never been locked up for a day for the offense, which leads me to wonder. Police carried out interrogation and investigation on this particular case and didn't find any reason to find this woman suspicious or as a suspect and say, okay, let's lock her up or question her further, anything like that. It's crazy. Like they made the thing about a DNA test and we are trying to solve it. They are trying to solve a murder case. And then aside that, there were chats between Prime Boy that he released, Prime Boy and Mohbad's wife. Prime Boy released chats between him and Mohbad's wife where he said he was trying to, now after he didn't follow them home. After that thing that they were saying they were fighting around the show area or whatever, he said he left. The driver said the Prime Boy did not follow them. He left there. He ran away from there. After Mohbad broke that glass, he thought it was something like more serious, and so he just ran away from there. But he was trying to now come back to the house and pack his load, and the woman was like, no, don't come right now. He said, please, his people's stuff are inside that car, please. The woman told him not to come. Like Mohbad's wife was telling him not to come to the house for now. So that's another evidence pointing to the fact that probably there is something she didn't want him to see or know there. You understand? So, it all just makes sense to me that even if it was by an accident, it was somebody else's doing that guy died. I saw in the comments where somebody said she probably hit him somewhere delicate while they were fighting. And so you didn't mean to kill him, but you probably did. That kind of case. Who knows what it was, yeah. But kudos to Very Dark Man for bringing out that issue. Honestly. Crazy. Honestly. Crazy. So, that's the thing, cool. The people in that house would be them that would know what happened to him. Even the driver said it, that look, He said, you made an example that as we are in this car now, if this thing, he took a pen, if this thing is missing, pen or whatever it was, if this thing goes missing and there are only 4 of us in this car at the time of its disappearance, we only need to gather the 4 people in this car and question them very well and then the 2 to come out, isn't it? So if it's the case of this death, the people that he saw in that house, because he was the one, he literally mounted the gate the entire time. It's funny how it's only now that we're hearing from him. This world, some things that seem so easy will take so much time to manifest. And then that's what he said, like it will be one of them, they will know the truth, like at the end of the day, when somebody is facing the ruining of his life, if he's protecting somebody, he's going to give that person up, because now he will weigh it, what are the pros and cons of protecting this person. My own theory is that I understand the dynamic of a woman who does not respect her man. I understand that dynamic. You see women talk shit to their husbands or to the men in their lives. Crazy stuff. So you understand the dynamic of that kind of situation. Then if there are other people in the house, a man with his house, he doesn't have his wife under control, and now has other people in the house, who do you think they'll be answerable to? Because they know now, you as a man, your wife can overrule over your, like how I say it, you can say something and then her talk can overthrow your own talk. And so if there are people in the house like subordinates, who would they listen to? If I say something and my wife can overthrow it, it's hard that they will be pandering more, right? Because she's the one doing the cooking and the thing. And if they live in the house and you're an artist and you go out for shows and stuff, who do they spend more time with? Her still. So it makes me feel like she's even the one with the most power. Well, see, you just put 2 and 2 together in your head and know what the dynamic and what is most likely in a situation like that. But when they say justice for Mohbad, I think we carried it the wrong way, involving his father, making a whole internet frenzy about his father, and then kind of another internet frenzy about his mother, and then all the different things, and then made the whole thing about DNA. Like, distracting ourselves from finding out, okay, how did this nigga die? But it's like he's getting out there. Anyway, that driver, before everything finished, that's what they're saying, since that time, nobody give him job, blah, 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 blah. You see VDM, go shoot your shot. Are you mad? Kudos to him, Shao. He's a very, very, very key witness in this case. Key witness, won't lie. Alright guys, so today I did 2 things. I went to GT Bank. They had my money. So I went there to get a card. The card wasn't working. It didn't work actually while I tested it there. But when I entered the bank to complain, they said, don't worry. It doesn't even show that you've been given a card. So just chill, my nigga. Yeah, the card will work. So I guess when next I have need for the card, I'll try it. It might work. Second thing, I went to that studio that I went to yesterday that was closed. I went there today and I saw it, checked it out. Looks okay. If I have any shoots in Beggar or anybody that is close by, I can do it there. It's nice, it's doable. So that's something, that's a plus. What I need to do now is find a guest in this city. That's another task, but excited for it. Oh, and there's something else I did, right? I saw this wicked studio. They were advertising their space. They're on the island. And I said, God, if this was my PPA, I would do anything. I would work my service here just so that I can be able to shoot in this space. This space is my dream space. All white, proper lights. I don't mind shooting with iPhone and lapel mic for sound. And I DM'd them, told them, hey. I DM'd them actually as if I wanted to book the place, and they told me their address and everything. So I'll have to find time to go to the island soon to figure out that space, and then probably I can pitch them this particular thing I'm about to tell you guys now. And this particular thing I'm about to tell you guys now is what I've sent. I've sent this particular message to about 5 studios. I could have sent to 10 or 15 services. They said, but I've run out of messages that I can send people that are not following me. So maybe tomorrow I continue with the one. I screenshotted the other ones I want to send the message to. So I sent the message saying that I'm a youth corper serving in Lagos, and I'm willing to work 6-7 days a week for them if they can give me the chance to just shoot my podcast in their studio. And I'll move my PPA there. And I mean it. If I see a quality studio where I'll have access to the proper equipment and tools, and in the right place where I have access to people who can move me to the next level, I'll move my PPA there and I'll work there for free. I already earn money on that way, so I'll work there for free, just so I can be shooting without any cost. What a relief that would be. Anyway, so I got 2 responses. One told me they will check this and get back to me later, which is the studio that is not really as good as the first one that I saw. And then another one that is a good looking studio, to be honest, right? In a good place that is like 20-something kilometers away from me. That one, they asked me 2 questions. Do you have a system? I hope what they meant by system was laptop. So I answered yes, I have a laptop. And they asked me what's my location. I told them I'm in Vega. But when I checked their location, they're in Ikate. And Ikate, as I check on the map, is 26 or 21 kilometers away from me. So that's that too. Then one estate in Ikate. Anyway, so that's that. If I get like green light to many of them, I'm rushing to Commando. Go and beg them, please, sir. I know you accepted me, say I will teach Agric and all whatnot, but please reject me. There is somewhere that is pivotal to my career that I need to go to. I beg you. But before I do that, I'll have to get these ones to give me a request letter. So that once I collect this thing from here, once these ones give me rejection letter, I'll rush to my LG, cancel it, and then probably from DSF still go to that Ikate and go and get my acceptance letter from there. And redocument. So we are going to leave this podcast to reach 17 minutes. Thank you guys for listening. And no, I don't have stuff to say. How was the cadence today? Was it good? Did I follow? Was it enjoyable to listen to this podcast with the speech? And I can't wait to start video content back again, guys. I enjoy this one. It's daily. It keeps me consistent. Well, I want the video one. Love you guys. Later.